Hi everyone, Robin here from Gardening with Mama Bird. So I'm over at my mom's house and she wanted a few of her paths reworked using the pavers she already had. So I'm going to spend some time reworking her path and hopefully making it longer. So this is what she has right now, and the pavers are kind of sporadically placed and some of them have become a bit uneven. So she wants them closer together and for me to level them out and maybe make a few of the areas a little bit wider. So that's what I'm going to do today, is take it out, rework the dirt to where she wants it, and then if we need to, we'll go buy more pavers, which she purchased these from Home Depot. Removing the old path went quickly as the stones were not embedded too deep into the soil. After the stones were removed, I decided to attack this new path by dividing it into two sections. Then I cleared out the plants in the pathway, most of which were annuals, and a tiny bit of ground cover. The reason I chose to divide the project into two sections was because I was not quite sure how I would be able to curve or make a slight turn in the path with the pavers, since the majority of them were similar in shape and size. I knew that making any sort of a turn or curve would be a bit of a challenge and need to be done in very small increments. As I laid the pavers, I packed the soil around them and would later wet it down with water and repack with more soil to support setting them in place. I'm thinking it's time to invest in this new mini hoe by Ames. I'm finding I use this tool more often in the garden than I thought. I edited this video showing the pavers just falling into place, but what I didn't include was searching and sorting the stones by shapes to make what I felt would create the best looking pathway. I did this 4 stones at a time until I liked the arrangement. Then I moved them aside in order and then worked them back into the path. I'm back for day 2. This is what I got done yesterday, and we started to run out of pavers, so we had to take a trip over to Home Depot to purchase about 24 more pavers so I can make it down this area and around. And I might have to relocate a pelargonium here, this one right here in the garden, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get these pavers, let me show you, because of the shape of them and they're square. I don't think it's going to be very easy to make a curve to come around it. So when you curve it, you can only do a little bit at a time, not a drastic turn. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So let's get started. So here are the 3 pelargoniums. We have one that is right here, one here, and one here. This one I need to relocate. So my options would be to put it over here, place number 1, or I could span over here and I'd have to relocate the alyssum and put it up in there. Or I guess I could take out the zinnias, place number 3, and put it in there. So let me know what you think. I'm leaning towards this spot over here, spot number 1. I had quite a bit of ground cover to remove, which I think was creeping time. I knew this section would be more of a challenge because it has a bit of a slope, and creating a slight curve wouldn't be very easy with these type of stones. If I had to make a large curve, I would definitely plan on putting a plant in a gap or some ground cover to help soften the area. I'm coming to an end here, and I'm trying to round it off at the end, but I think I'm going to have to dig some soil from other areas to help settle the pavers in place better. This area at the end took some extra time playing with the stones to make it look pleasing to the eye. I felt like I was building a puzzle, but with pieces that didn't really fit. But eventually, I think it worked out, and I'm pleased with the end results. As I was nearing the end of the path project, Mom brought out some plants that she wanted placed. I had told her that our local nursery had the Danica arborvitae in stock, and I thought they would be a great addition at the end of the path lining the fence. I felt like I had lucked out when I began digging because the soil was moist and easy to dig. The day is over. I think I spent 4.5 hours over here. We ended up planting a few plants as well, and I'll show you that. The path is in, so let me show you what it looks like. So the pavers are still a little bit wet because it's in the evening and it's a little cool outside, so it'll take a little while for them to dry. But this is from the sidewalk looking up. This is the change. So I brought the stepping stones down to the front of that, and it goes up there through the garden and pops out right there between the two dwarf myrtles. This is, if you walk from the sidewalk that leads up to our front porch, this is the new pathway. And I ended up putting the pelargonium in here. That was like choice number 1. And I pulled out a few of the lambs here. Those will fill back in. And a couple other little annuals that were in here. I believe they were zinnias. So those have been taken out. And then I took some, what I call moss rock, decorative rock, these here from another area of her garden, and put those in. So now she can fill this area in later with some color during the spring and summer, and that'll look super pretty there, a little pop of color. The 3 Danica arborvitae, those are nice because it helps rest the eye with all that she has going on in the garden. So I think we're going to get a couple more, and we're going to take this out and put one here, and then over here where she has some annual zinnias, we're going to continue to put a couple more down here so it has a little drift of green. This is another view. I love the way it turned out. Let me know if you have any ideas for pathways. I'd love to hear about them. I love the charm that they add to a garden. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.